Thus was the distribution of the posts of the army ever since Abd Munyaf had already assigned them. This assignment had been inherited from Qusay bin Kalab, as we have previously alluded to in an early phase of this book. No one had the right to compete them with it. It was consistent with their traditions that they had inherited from their ancestors. Abu Sufyan, the general leader, reminded his men, the standard bearers, of what had happened to Quraysh on Badr day, i.e. battle, when their standard bearer, Nadr bin al-Harith, was captured. In an attempt to wage their anger and enmity to the Muslims, he said, O Bani Abd Adar, you have been assigned bearers of our standard, and you know that the standard is the first thing that the enemy attacks. Should it fall, we fall down too. Therefore, I say, either you guarantee its safety or leave it for us, and we will certainly suffice you that task. Abu Sufyan's attempt seemed to be fruitful, for his speech made Bani Abd Adar so extremely angry that they threatened him and almost attacked him. For that, addressing him, they said, you want us to deliver you the custodianship of the standard? Tomorrow when we fight them, you will witness our deeds. As a matter of fact, they fought bravely and stood fast in defense of the standard till they were all killed. Political maneuvers of Quraysh. Little time before the breakout of the battle, Quraysh made some endeavors to sow the seeds of discord and dispute among the Muslims. First, Abu Sufyan sent to the helpers a message, saying, leave us alone to fight our cousins and do not interfere. If you stand aside, we will not fight you, for fighting you is not a target of ours. But that attempt proved to be fruitless. What could such a wicked scheme do to those whose faith was as solid and firm as mountains? The helpers' reply was undoubtedly disappointing, and contrary to Abu Sufyan's expectations. The 0 hour was due. The two parties drew nearer. Undespaired by the first failure, Quraysh made another attempt, for the same purport, but now with the assistance of a traitor called Abu Amir al-Fasik, whose name was Abd Amr bin Saifi. He was called a monk, but the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, nicknamed him al-Fasik, i.e. perverted transgressor, dissolute. As he was the head of AWS in al-Jahiliyyah, he could not tolerate Islam when it came. He announced his enmity to the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, in public. He left Medina for the Qurayshites in Makkah to rally them against the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, and to urge them to start the fight against him. He claimed that he was obeyed and esteemed by his people, and that as soon as they saw him come, they would join him immediately. So he was the first one among the mob and slaves of Quraysh to show resistance. He called out unto his people, recognized them and said, O kinfolk of AWS, I am Abu Amir,